Hey, what's up guys, it's Nick2. Today I'm making a pretty quick video talking about what you should do once you hit level 40. I've had a lot of people asking me over on stream at twitch.tv/Nick2. Make sure to follow if you want to see me play, do other things, make builds, etc. Anyways, I've had a lot of people ask me what to do once you actually hit level 40. A lot of people kind of hit level 40 and they're like, so what now? Because the game doesn't really tell you what to do. So it's kind of straightforward in the fact that there's not really anything particularly that you need to do. You can you're kind of just sent off on your own and you can do whatever you want. I think the most important thing to do first is kind of just figure out what you want to do in terms of a build. I think that's pretty much the whole end game progression of the division, is just figuring out whatever build it is that you want to run. So you kind of have to figure that out. If you guys want me to make a build video, make sure to like this video, and I'll probably be making a build video tomorrow. And if you want to see a video about how to get certain exotics, how to get certain named items, make sure to like the video and let me know as well. And I can make a video, a guide showing you how to get all the exotics and stuff like that, so that you know where to go to farm and what to do. But I'm just going to give you guys a few tips on how you can start to get your build going as fast as possible, and how you can, farm pretty efficiently, and what it is that you want to do right off the get-go once hitting level 40. So first off, you probably want to make a little bit of a starter build. So what you can do is you can go check the crafting station, and you can see what blueprints you already have, and then you can start looking at some of the gear sets and be like, okay, this is pretty good, maybe I want to use this, and you can start crafting yourself some gear. But you don't want to use all of your materials, you just want to use some of your materials just so you can get a few things made. I think the best thing overall, in terms of just farming in general, is to get the blueprints of the gear that you need, and then try your luck in creating a piece of gear. So, for example, I really needed a Providence chest piece for my build, so I crafted a whole bunch of them, and then I got one that I needed, and then now I don't need to replace that piece. So, ultimately, what you want to do is kind of check the blueprints that you need, and then once you do that, you can say, okay, I need this blueprint, and then I'm going to be able to craft that, and then that's going to function well with my build. Another thing that you can do to get some gear early on is just check the vendors. There's a vendor in Haven, there's 2 vendors, and then there's a vendor in the DC map. There's a vendor at the White House, and then there's also the clan vendor. All of those reset every once in a while, and they have very good gear. I would just check them to see if they have, some decent high rolls, stuff like that, and you can probably get some starter gear that way. Now, the next thing that you want to do is, if you don't have these blueprints, obviously, the only way to get blueprints is, or not the only way, you can get some blueprints from like doing projects and stuff, but the best way to get blueprints is to do control points at level 3. How you do them at level 3 is you just open your map, and then you open your global settings, and then you change your global difficulty to challenging. It does not say that control points give them at rank 3, it says they give them at rank 4, but I trust you, or I can't speak the English language. I promise that you get them at level 3. So just do this at level 3 and then go do control points. It might be pretty difficult without a build, but maybe you can just stack some armor and then just run in there. It might be a little bit time consuming because you won't do a whole lot of damage. But if you get a group together, do level 3 control points over and over, you'll end up getting all the bounties that or the blueprints that you need, sorry. And then you'll be able to craft all of the pieces of gear that you're looking for. After that, once you have all the blueprints, if you're trying to get materials and stuff, I would recommend going to the DZ. And by the way, you don't need to stay in New York. There's no reason to stay in New York. If you watch streams, most people are probably going to be in DC. And the reason for that is, like, let's say I was trying to do control points, right? The New York map is this big, the DC map is this big. So there's that many extra control points, right? And in order to, keep getting blueprints and stuff, you actually need to have control points to do. So that's why you see most people in DC. But additionally, there's no dark zone in New York. So if you're trying to farm for materials, or you're trying to even just get really good gear, the DZ is a really good place to do that in. You can get a lot of materials pretty much from every single landmark that you clear. If you're not a PvPer, I completely understand. There are certain runs that you can do throughout the map. I'll link a video from Solid FPS that shows a mat farming guide. But other than that, you could just do like control points, you could spam missions. But one very useful thing that we have in the game now is targeted loot. So let's say that I really was trying to make a sniper build and I really wanted a Raldi, right? Why did all the icons disappear? There we go. I could go in this area, and then I could do the control points here. I could do other stuff that pops up on the map, and there's a way higher chance of there being a sniper to show up there. Same thing with, like, this mission. This mission, if I do it over and over again, it has a way higher chance of dropping 511. So if I really wanted a 511 piece, I could just go farm this mission over and over and just hope that I get the piece that I need. This is particularly strong when going in the DZ. So if I wanted Overlord and then I just farmed the DZ, I'd get a ton of Overlord gear, very high chance of getting what I want, and the DZ is an amazing farm place anyways for materials, etc. So it's pretty good to do this. This rotates almost, I'm pretty sure it rotates every single day. Yeah. Loot allocation updates in 3 hours, and it reset today. So it updates every single day. Just today, this used to be, yeah, this still is AR. I don't know why it said LMG for a second. It bugged out, but yeah. I was farming today, and I got a ton of ARs. I just farmed the DZ over here, and I instantly got like 3 God Roll ARs, and then I was like, all right, I'm out of here. And then I went back here, and then a lot of people were farming in, the sniper area to get the Nemesis. They get it, and then they leave. So that's a really good way to farm for gear. If you need new gloves, check the glove area out, go do the control points over there, etc., etc. Other than that, it's pretty much just making your build and trying to farm high rolled pieces. The DZ is probably the best place to get very high rolled pieces, because the DZ, they kind of have it set up to where you get higher rolled items based on doing more difficult content, and for some reason the DZ is seen as difficult. Although killing stuff in the DZ is actually very easy, which is why I recommend it, although there is a risk of people killing you and stuff like that. But killing stuff, the NPCs in the DZ have like absolutely no health, so you can just murder them and get very good loot. There's a much higher chance of the rolls actually rolling at max attribute score when you're in the DZ, so that's why it's a very good place to farm. Otherwise, if you don't want to do that, you could do, depending upon your difficulty level, you can do main missions, stuff like that, and then based on the difficulty, you will get more, higher stat rolled gear. You of course can get very well rolled gear in like level 1 control points or something like that if you don't want to do anything that's that difficult, but you have a higher chance of getting something that's really good doing something else, so it's worth your while to increase the difficulty. Overall though, the main takeaway from this is just do level 3 control points, get your blueprints, make sure to check the targeted loot, farm whatever targeted loot you want, and then once you get blueprints, try to craft the gear that you want, try to get some talents that you want, save a lot of the gear that you get so that you can recalibrate it. And then if you need more materials, or you just want to, the targeted loot is really good in the DZ, or you just want some good rolls in general just so you can swap it over, go over to one of the dark zones and then just farm in there with a group, and you'll get a lot of the gear that you want pretty quickly. I have maybe like 14 hours of game time since the new update came out. I haven't even played that much, and I already have a pretty well functioning build, and that's pretty much it. Other than that, you can like level up your spec points, you can farm random things to try to make new builds. Sorry, that was my Discord. There's a lot of little things that you can do, but that's pretty much the main stuff. Other than that, yeah, just have fun, make new builds. That's pretty much it as far as I know. I'm kind of scared because it doesn't really seem like there's a lot of end game, because like I said, I got my build made pretty quickly, and the game hasn't even been out that long. Like the update hasn't been out, and I don't really see any like new forms of content to really do. So other than making builds, I'm not really sure what people are going to be doing. But if you just want to like, test yourself in like heroic missions or something, I guess you can do that. But yeah, pretty quick video. Just wanted to give you guys some tips on what you could do. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys later. Peace.